Bonjour. No, I'm kidding. I'm not busting at the French again. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Friday Night Fight Talk. I don't know why I'm stumbling over my words there. I am your usual host. I don't think it'd be anyone else. Unless I, just quit, gave it to someone else. Jay, the notorious, the almighty. Put so much emphasis on this or that. Alright, it's really early in the morning, so sorry if I sound weird. So this weekend, we got potential card of the year, although I will say, would have had more potential if Cyril Gane versus Alexander Volkov was still on the card, but that's okay, because that's on 310 anyways. So we got 308 on the weekend, and I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. Just a damn good card on the weekend. But yeah, it's earlier in the day, so that can either be really good or it can be really bad. Because usually, the main card where I live starts at like 10 o'clock at night. Right now it starts at 2 in the day. So I don't know. We'll see whether I like this more. So, alright. You know what, let's just get into the picks. Thank God they moved off of the 5-fight early prelims from earlier. Jesus Christ. If you saw my post on Verdict about it, there was a 5-fight early prelim schedule until Said Nurmagomedov versus Daniel Santos got canceled. Alright, so opening up the card, I'm actually kind of surprised it's opening up the card, but at the same time, I'm not. We got Rinat Fakhretdinov versus Carlos Leal. So Carlos Leal, he's debuting against Rinat Fakhretdinov. Rinat Fakhretdinov, he's coming over that win over Dalby. Really good win, but still not a bad loss for Dalby. Then that draw, and then the Kevin Lee win, all that. So Rinat is probably one of the best unranked welterweights. He was, and I know this sounds weird, he was very briefly ranked, if I'm not wrong, at welterweight. He was tied for 15, I believe, with Kevin Holland. Very briefly, I believe. I remember seeing it on the UFC app, so don't quote me on it, because those rankings are a little weird. And Carlos Leal is debuting on short notice. Fakhretdinov was supposed to fight Nursultan Rozaboyev. That's the guy that fought Buckley not that long ago. And Carlos Leal, he doesn't look too bad. But the thing is, the jump from, not UFC competition to UFC competition is a huge margin. So with that being said, I don't think Rinat's gonna finish him. He's more of a break you down kind of guy. I'm gonna pick him by unanimous decision. He's only had one finish in the UFC, and it was Kevin Lee, and Kevin Lee was on his way out. So yeah, I'm gonna choose Rinat Fakhretdinov by pretty confident decision. Next up, we got Ismail Nurdiev versus Bruno Silva. Bruno Silva is coming off the eye pokes of the century. Yes, I said eye pokes. When he got eye poked into oblivion by Chris Weidman. He also fought Shara Magomedov a year ago when Shara debuted. And yeah, just all around, he's been around for a bit. He's fought most people in the division. The only person at 185 to take Alex Pereira to a decision. Yeah, he's been around for a bit. And then we got Ismail Nurdiev. Ismail's coming off that fight with Sean Brady. I don't know why I was trying to think there. But all in all, he really hasn't fought in probably, if I had to say, 4 years. It's been a while. So I don't think he's going to be able to come back into this and win this, honestly. 4 years, that's 4 years of your career wasted. And I get he finishes a lot of people. He has 18 finishes out of 23. That's a pretty high finish rate. But Bruno Silva has fought a lot of people. He's been around for a bit. And sure, he might win one, lose one, win one, lose one. But looking at the level of the competition that he's beat, I think Ismail's around that line. I'm going to pick Bruno Silva by decision. I don't think he's going to finish him. But, actually, you know what? He could. Damn. Let me think. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go round 2 TKO for Bruno Silva. Change that pick. I forgot how much of a finisher Bruno Silva is. That's a very high finish rate, too. Yeah, we're going to go round 2 TKO for Bruno Silva on this one. Next up, we got bantamweight Farid Basharat, one of the Basharat brothers, versus Victor Hugo. So Farid Basharat, he's undefeated. His brother lost to Ayman Zahabi, Canadian fighter. Looks like Ariel Helwani. I was gonna say Canadian Ariel Helwani, but then I forgot. Forgot that he's already there. So he's had a couple fights in the UFC. He had that one on the, I believe it was the Walker Ankalaev card this year. Really not much of a finisher. But we also got Victor Hugo here. Victor Hugo, he's had the one fight in the UFC. He's not overly impressing me. He won. Don't get me wrong, he won. But what I've seen out of Basharat from his time in the UFC versus Victor Hugo in his one fight, Basharat is probably going to wipe the floor with him here. I am going to say a decision. Basharat doesn't really finish people. Yeah, that's just it on that one. Free Basharat decision. Oh, this next fight. Oh, I'm going to be so depressed. We got heavyweight Kennedy. Oh, fuck, I still can't say his name. Kennedy Nchukwu? I don't know. Versus Beast Boy Chris Barnett. Stepping in on short notice. Fuck. Pulled out because of Hurricane Milton. But now he's back. He made weight. He is confirmed he's back. Oh, fuck, I'm worried. I want him to win so bad. But I don't think he's going to. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say. We all love him. But I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Kennedy's coming up from light heavyweight. He fought Ovens. I don't know why I was gonna say Ovens. Nobody calls it OSP Ovens. He fought OSP, Dustin Jacoby, lost to both of them, so he's decided to make the move up to heavyweight. Now, he's dangerous, but is he dangerous enough that Chris Barnett will lose? Yeah, probably. I'm gonna say, yeah, we're gonna go. Fuck. All right, we're going to Shrugu by decision, but I'm praying on Barnett to win. I am praying so much. I don't think he's gonna win, but oh my god, he could pull up one of the biggest upsets on the card. I believe Nishrugu is the biggest betting favorite on the card at minus 750. So yeah, also biggest underdog Chris Barnett. So if he can pull that off, oh my god, I'm gonna be so happy. All right, next up, we got middleweight. We got, starting off the prelims, I guess I should say. We got Abus Magomedov versus Bruno Ferreira. Abus Magomedov, you might know him because he had a main event in his second fight in the UFC. Thanks to fucking what's-his-face, Ali Abdelaziz, against Sean Strickland. Strickland actually fucking KO'd someone and got a title shot off it. Like, Jesus. That's not ranked opponent worthy. And then he got his ass kicked by Kyle Barrio. And then he did beat Warley Alves on the... Oh, what was it? Oh, what card was that? Was it an Apex event? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I beat Warley Alves. So that's good. But overall, he's not like horrible. He's got really good unranked potential, but as breaking into the rankings goes, I'm not 100% sure. And then looking at his opponent, Bruno Ferreira, or Ferreira, I don't know how the fuck to pronounce it. He's had a few fights. He beat the Golden Shin Phil Hawes, but he's lost to people like Ruzaboya, but he's also beat Gregory Rodriguez not that long ago either. So yeah, both these guys have a win over the same guy. The only difference is Magomedov debuted and had that win. So I'm going to say we're going to go with Abbas Magomedov, probably by decision. We haven't really seen him. We really haven't seen him. I don't know why I was going to say. We really haven't seen him finish. He did get that finish in his first fight. I don't think that's going to keep going. He mainly looks like he's going to keep a... Man, I'm stumbling over my words today. He's going to keep the pace and go to a decision on this one probably. Although, I would be surprised if either one of these guys finishes the other person. Just like Sean Strickland finished Abbas Magomedov. All right, next up. We got catch weight. So one of these fellas missed weight. I don't know who missed weight. Let's see. Probably Rubechi. Let's see. Fucking both of them did. What the fuck? Unless that's just the catch weight. Rubechi weighed in at 169 and Oralbai weighed in at 174. Oh wait. Right. Whoops. Wait, no, aren't these guys lightweights? Am I stupid? Oralbai fought Brenner, right? Yeah. Wait, these are lightweights. What the fuck? They missed weight by that much? Anyways. We got Oralbai versus Rubechi. Actually, I'll look up right now who missed weight. Who missed weight? UFC 308. Let's see. No. That just popped up Hamza missing weight. Let's see. Rubechi missing weight. All right, let's see. One fighter off by almost 10 pounds. There's an article. So we got everyone weighed in perfectly except, let's see. Yeah, they both weighed in, or one of them weighed in way over. Man, what? I'm trying to find like the article or some shit. Let's see. Hugo weighed in blah 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 blah. It's not immediately clear. Oh, they didn't miss weight. It was just changed to catch weight. Oh my god, all that for nothing. All right, next up. I don't know how this isn't headlining the prelims anymore. It got moved down. We got Jeff Neal versus RDA. I won't lie, this is some made card potential shit. This is gonna be a really good fight. I'm excited. Potentially RDA's retirement fight. I don't want to say that, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So we got Jeff Neal, one of the hardest fucking hitters in this division. Jesus Christ. If you remember the Bilal fight. Yep. Getting fucking hoof. And he had that fight with Ian Gary, the Shavkat fight. And he's looked alright, you know. He's lost to people like Neil Magny recently, but he's beating Luque. Luque is pretty washed as of recently. But he still hits really hard. If you saw the Shavkat fight, you could see that Shavkat was getting pieced up on the feet. 100%. Without a doubt in my mind. You could shoot me for saying that. He was definitely getting pieced up on the feet in that fight. And then we got RDA over here. UFC veteran. Former lightweight champion. Going up another division. He's coming off that loss to Gamrot, but he also lost to Luque not that long ago. And I don't know how this guy's going to do at 170 in this day. I'm worried if you can't beat Luque, you're not beating Neal. No, like there's no way. I know that's like kind of MMA math. I'm busting that out. But you can't beat Luke. Luke is, there's no way to say it, looking washed. He's looking done. And Jeff Neal, who's looking really good as of late, working at Texas Roadhouse, I have got to say that there's a serious risk that RDA gets KO'd. And, man. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to pick Jeff Neal by a third-round TKO. I'm not going to lie. And good thing this is on the main card, because if I fuck up on any of these, I am getting sent to the Shadow Realm. I'll be on 4th place on the verdict tournament. I lost the other round to Sugar Sean. That's fair play. But I want to get 3rd at least, so we'll see. It's me and Tyra, I think. All right, then headlining the prelims for some reason. I swear to God this was on the early prelims not that long ago. We got Ibo Aslan versus Rafael. Oh, fuck. Can't say that name. Holy. So this Rafael guy, he's making his debut. He's undefeated. But Ibo Aslan, 13-1, all finishes. Every single fight is a finish. If you think of that, that's only 5 fights off of Shavkat, you fucking Shavkat Glazers. Give this man a title shot instead. Oh, but he's lost once. Sorry, I actually haven't eaten this episode at all. Wow. I'm surprised. I'm kind of proud of myself. I just realized I just took a drink for the first time this episode. Man, I actually just did that. So the thing is, we see undefeated people in the UFC come in, and like, I'll take this back to another example. I remember, or I don't know if you remember, UFC 305. Opening up the card, we had Stuart Nickel. I picked him by decision because he was undefeated. He's debuting. Now, looking at it, I am not so confident that undefeated competition outside of the UFC can make it debuting in the UFC. I have to be sure of it. Like, I have to do my research. And I haven't seen much on this guy, so with that, I'm going to go with Ibo Aslan by 2nd round TKO. All finishes, most of them coming out of the 1st round. That being said, this guy is undefeated. We could see it in the first. It'll definitely be within the first 2 rounds. I don't think it'll go to the 3rd. But, yeah, it'll definitely be a good finish, I think. And I don't know why he's the betting underdog. By the way, some big bets if you want to make. Bruno Silva's looking like the underdog right now. I would pick him. You want to pick Chris Barnett to be funny, I guess. Yeah, go ahead with that. Although I hope he wins. And then a big underdog in the main event, the co-main. So I would bet on them too, just saying. And potentially the featured bet too. We'll get to that. Going on to the main card here, we got Shara Butin Magomedov versus Armin Petrosian. They keep feeding this guy bums. I'm not gonna lie. What's Armin Petrosian done? Like, just what's he done? He fought not RoboCop. He fought fucking Christian Leroy Duncan and Kyle Barrio. He fought RoboCop. He somehow beat RoboCop. That's his best win right there. He beat RoboCop, who's looking really good right now. But then we got Shara Magomedov. He fought. Actually, he's been surprisingly active. He fought Bruno Silva last year on 294. He fought Anthony Tricoli, Mackenzie Dern's new husband or some shit. And then he fought Mikhail Jacek on the Abu Dhabi fight night. So he's looked really good. We haven't seen anyone use the wrestling. And knowing that Armin Petrosian, who's a striker, they put him up against a striker on purpose, because they know that he probably outstrikes most people in that division. So I am going to say, yeah, Shara Magomedov. We're going to go by a 1st round TKO. I'm not going to lie. We could easily see this happening in any round. The thing with Shara is that he's a bit of a wild card. He got the early, or not the early finish. He got the decision against Bruno Silva. He got the finish against Tricoli. And then he got the decision against Mikhail Jacek. Bit of a mixed bag. He definitely came close to finishing people the other couple times too. So yeah, I'm gonna say he finished him relatively early in this one. Armin Petrosian, he's not like the best. We've seen him get finished before. Granted, most of the time he's getting subbed and not like KO'd. I believe that was only his last fight, but I think he's gonna get KO'd this time. He hasn't fought very much in his career. He's gonna get done and dusted. Next up, we got what used to be the feature bet. We got Lerone Murphy versus Dan Ige. So Lerone Murphy is unbeaten. He's had a draw. He's coming off that 50-45 over Edson Barboza, or at least I think it was a 50-45. It could have been a 49-46. It was a dominant performance. So he had that one draw in his debut, I believe. And ever since then, he's looked really good. He's a really good striker. Really good, well-rounded all around. We could see him getting closer to the top of the division. And then looking at his opponent, Dan Ige. Most people know him now for stepping in on like fucking 4-hour notice. Against Diego Lopez, who's looking fucking crazy, number 3 ranked right now. And Dan Ige even took a round off him. So I think Dan Ige is seriously underrated. I know a lot of people call him like not great, like he's not that good in featherweight. But he's really like the good gatekeeper of the division. And like yeah, he's lost people like Evloev, he lost people like Josh Emmett, Korean Zombie. So he's really good around that low-ranked featherweight area. Someone trying to break into the rankings, he's really good at gatekeeping them. As to how he does against some higher-ranked opposition, and by that I mean undefeated Lerone Murphy, I'm not sure. I'm not confident I'm going to be able to pick him, especially since Lerone is undefeated. Now, I will say, Lerone Murphy, there could be some holes in his game. Like, don't get me wrong, he did have that draw too. But I see more in Dan Ige's. So I am going to say we're probably going to go Lerone Murphy by decision. I like Dan Ige a lot. I hope he wins. But I think Lerone Murphy's going to win. I like both these guys. It's going to be a really good fight. I'm not going to lie. I think this is going to be super good. I think this is going to be both these guys just going at it. But I do think Lerone Murphy's going to edge out a decision. But both these guys are very well-rounded. Anything could happen here. Next up, the next fight. I'm taking the big fucking underdog on this one. We got Magomed Ankalaev versus Alexander Rakic. If you've seen us on Verdict, we're all fucking cheering for Rakic. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm picking Rakic by a decision on this one. He's got a real good point fighter style. A lot of people think it's very boring. He is a little boring, I'm not going to lie. But I fucking hate Ankalaev, so that's like fair game. I don't want Ankalaev to go anywhere near the title. Fight once a year in fucking Abu Dhabi all you want. Literally 1 month before this, you could have had a title shot. And I don't know if he's going to put on a good fight to get the title shot. I also don't know how they brought him up to number 1. That's bullshit. A win over Johnny Walker does not make you the number 1 contender. But Alexander Rakic, if you've seen the videos recently, holy fuck, he looks so good. I'm not going to lie. He looks amazing. I know Rakic has finished people, but he's a very, he's a wear you down kind of style. We saw it in the Yuri fight. He even won the first round off of Yuri. And in the second round, then he got KO'd. Yuri came back. He had a good fight IQ change. And I think Rakic is going to come back from that, and he's going to out-decision Magomed Ankalaev. I know that's weird, but Ankalaev, we've seen more striking out of him. We haven't really seen the wrestling. The only fight we really saw the wrestling in was the Jan Blachowicz fight. And he doesn't even have a submission. I know a lot of people are saying that that's a big threat for Alex Pereira. He doesn't have a submission win unless he wants to take him to a fucking boring decision. Which, let's be honest, Ankalaev could. But I'm going to say Alexander Rakic wins this by a decision. Next up, co-main. I'm so excited for this. Oh, brother. Oh, my God. Dana. Oh, tummy hurt. I have one day to pull out, Dana. I have to use. Sorry for the Hamza impression. We got Robert Whitaker versus Hamza Chimaev. Robert Whitaker, all-time great middleweight. Hamza Chimaev doesn't even have a win against a real middleweight. Hamza's getting a number one contender fight. This is fucking bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. This is number one bullshit. As who I think wins this. Hamza, as much as he's undefeated, tell me if this man's name was Joe Smith, he would not be that hype. He would not be as hype if he did not have a name that ended in like a fucking V. Alright? He beat Kamaru Usman on short notice decision, which I honestly thought should have been a draw. I'm not gonna lie. And he beat Kevin Holland, and he's just fighting once a year in Abu Dhabi and just getting a win against like low-ranked opposition in that division. And I know Kamaru Usman's there. That was on short notice. That was a short notice fight for Kamaru Usman, and I thought it was a draw. So yeah, looking at Robert Whitaker here, he's a gatekeeper at the top level. So once you're ready to get to that top level, Robert Whitaker is someone you could see fighting. We saw it in the Dricus fight. And yeah, no, I don't know why he fought Costa to begin with. I don't know how the UFC gave Costa that. And Ikram Al-Askarov on short notice. Bobby Knuckles finally got a KO. Do I think Bobby Knuckles finishes Hamzat? Fuck no. We've seen Bobby Knuckles against like the highest of high-level competition. He doesn't KO people much. But he's very good decision-wise. Do I see Bobby Knuckles getting finished? There's a way. There's a way I see it happening. Because we've seen it before with Izzy, he got KO'd. We saw it with Dricus, he got KO'd. His chin isn't there. It's not there anymore. It's not that good. He's got the beard for armor, but like that's it. And I know a lot of people are saying he just needs to get out of the first round. I don't even think he needs to get out of the first round. I think the first round will be good for Robert. I think Hamzat will gas out. His gas tank is shit. He was gassed in that third round against Kamaru Usman. No knee Kamaru Usman. So I'm picking Bobby Knuckles by decision. Yeah. Next up, main. We got Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. Holy, this is going to be a good fight. It's so close. It's so 50-50. I don't even know who's going to win it. That being said, I'm picking Max Holloway by decision. Yep, I just said it. He's looked so good all the time. And people are saying, oh my god, he lost to Volk 3 times. That's because, like, fucking Prime Volk was a different beast. After he got chinned by Makhachev, yeah. He was different before that. So Ilia, he's undefeated. He's got really good boxing. He's got power. The thing is that Max doesn't give a flying fuck about power. So yeah, I think Max is going to get a relatively good decision on this one. And I think we could see Ilia start to grapple, use his jiu-jitsu if he knows he's losing that fight. Because Max definitely doesn't have the jiu-jitsu on him. Ilia could easily sub him. But I think Ilia is too overconfident. I think he's going to try and box the whole time and say that he's better. But I don't know. I think Max is going to win this. I think we're going to get Max by decision. So that's it. I know I dragged on a little with that, but we still got Q&A to get through. Don't worry, I got this. All right, so we got 3-piece here. So we got, do you know the difference between Dubai and Abu Dhabi? I'm 90% sure they're the same city. Because we're in talks right now for going to Abu Dhabi next year. So the thing with Abu Dhabi is that my coach also said Dubai, and I don't know the difference between the two. I'm 90% sure they're just one big city, but it's like a different district. I don't know. Don't like the Flintstones, but the people in Abu Dhabi do. Wait, what? The people in Abu Dhabi like the Flintstones? I mean, I wouldn't know. What's next for Francis? Man, I don't know. There's a lot of opportunity for him in the PFL. I would love a John Jones super fight, but I know that doesn't happen. Just anyone in the PFL, honestly, or like if they did like a PFL Grand Prix, or like the winner of the PFL playoffs goes to fight Francis. If Whitaker wins, does he get the next title shot over Strickland? 100%. You got to remember, Whitaker technically already deserves it over Strickland. He's beat Costa and Ikram. He has that one win. The only thing is that he got KO'd by Dreykus and Strickland got robbed, which I think is the main argument. But he's shown me since then that he's bounced back well enough that I think he deserves it more if he wins this fight. I think if he wins this fight, I think he 100% deserves it. Is Sharbutin Magomedov one of the most dynamic strikers we've seen in a while? Yeah, he's kind of like Wonder Boy a bit. He jabs with his feet. Yeah, I see what you're saying. He's a very good striker. I like watching him fight. It's a weird dynamic to see a Dagestani striker, I think, because we're used to Dagestani wrestling. Very odd to see a Dagestani striker. Very electric. I like him. Not his personality, but his striking, very good. What's a sleeper fight on 308? I think that's Jeff Neal and RDA. I think that's going to be a good fight. Jeff Neal and RDA or Lerone Murphy, Dan Ige. I think those are both really good fights. What do you think about the 2 p.m. Main card start time and no P breaks? Man. Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah. I like that it starts a little earlier, I'm not going to lie. Like, the main card starting at 2 is kind of nice. Instead of starting at 10, so I'm already tired. But yeah, the no pee breaks is kind of tough. Yeah, I would like to go pee a few times, so I got like a bucket. I'm kidding. No, I don't got a bucket. I'm just going to go in between fights. And what is your next match? I don't know. Things keep falling through, man. Like, I've had that bad luck this year. I had one fight in March, and then everything's just falling through. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it by the end of this year. I'm hoping I can get early next year, because I definitely don't want to be out for a year. Like, hoping February. But I got the holidays, and then I got my birthday. All of it's just looking so weird. I'm hoping I can get one super soon, though. Hopefully we can travel. As I said, we were talking about Dubai next year. Turkey, stuff like that. I just want to get back in there. I miss it so much. All right. Moving on. We got... oh, fuck. I still can't say your name, but we missed you last week. All right. Let's see. So do you see the winner as a real contender or a gatekeeper? I think Anthony Hernandez is a real contender. I've always thought that, but I thought Michel Pereira was gonna have the same contender quality, and that was not it. Oh my God, he got dominated. I think Anthony Hernandez is a real contender. I think he could get into that top 5. Give him Brendan Allen next or like Jack Hermanson, something like that. Is Topuria the best MMA boxer? Fuck. Yeah, I'll say so. Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's anyone that boxes better than him. It's so crisp. It's so clean. I would love to say Max, but honestly, Max is just like volume. It's really good volume striking. It's really good for decisions. But for actual KOs and dealing damage, oh my God, it's got to be Ilya. It's so good. Does Chimaev strike or shoot in the first 10 seconds? I think he strikes. I think he strikes, and he'll wrestle when he has to. He's going to want to save his energy, and shooting and wrestling takes a lot of energy. And why does everyone think Bilal is so good? He's overrated by verdict and underrated by casuals. That's very true. I actually believe that. But at the same time, I think Bilal is still underrated. I don't like Glaze Bilal because I don't really like him to begin with. I think he's fucking boring. But I do think he beats Shavkat. I'm not going to lie. I like looking at it right now. I think he beats Shavkat. Because let's be honest, he lost like a while ago to Jeff Neal and Vicente Luque. Like, that's it. So yeah, I think he's gotten a lot better since then. 312 is announced in Australia. Can our GOAT Volk get the belt back? Fuck yeah, he can get the belt back. I 100% think he can get that belt back. And what he needed was time. That's all he needed. He needed that time. He took the time off, and now he's ready to get the belt back. He can fight Diego Lopez. He can fight Volk, Holloway, or he can't fight himself. He can fight Topuria, Holloway, and I believe in him. He can 100% get the belt back. Anyways, that is it for this episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed 308 on the weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Yeah, I guess that's really it. I don't really got much else to say other than I deserve a medal for not eating during this episode. I'm not gonna lie. That's the first episode in a while I haven't eaten. I thought it became a tradition to have food during the episodes, but I actually did it. Like, I'm kind of proud of myself. Anyways, that's it, guys. I will see you guys all next week. I will either be super happy or super depressed, depending on what happens on this weekend. All right. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you.